Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to the second? Is it the third or the fourth? I
Good.
believe it's one of those. Anyway, so, today we have, Caleb and Reuben once again. How are you guys?
We are good.
Well, speak for yourself, Reuben. We are
No.
good. Reubens. Yes. Caleb, nice new profile picture, by the way. Very
Thank you.
classy.
And the name is better than the last one. Gets you banned on less servers.
Yes,
Yep,
true. Very
totally.
true. I don't think we showed his actual username on this though. I think
No.
Yeah, that was
yeah, that
probably a good idea.
yes. So we
Yes.
don't want Susan coming after us. Anyway, so I'm gonna start us off with our first topic of the day. So I'm gonna be talking about something very simple, very close to my heart. It's how I'm proud to be a New Zealander, a Kiwi. I feel like I feel like New Zealand is probably one of the best countries to live, just for pure
Yeah.
just living conditions, and it's a really nice country as well. What do you guys think? Are you guys proud to be New Zealanders, Kiwis?
Yes. This is going to intercept well into my topic.
Oh, good.
Okay,
I mean,
let
Get
us
there in 20
continue.
minutes.
yes, I'm proud to
Or
be a
just
Kiwi,
not.
but like Jacinda.
Yeah, but
Oh,
then
Auntie
every
Cindy.
government has its times,
Yeah.
except Belgium, because they just don't have a government most of the time. Like, did you hear about Belgium beating the record for longest time without a government?
I did hear about that actually. How long
What
was
was
it?
the
And they were the ones that held the record before as well.
They bit They bit themselves.
Yep.
Oh man.
It's like
Gotta love those Belgians.
it's not a very good world record, but sure.
No. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think. I mean, this people say like New Zealanders. It's quite a stigma because people say, oh, it's an island in the middle of nowhere with 7 people and 500 sheep. But
Yeah.
Wait, you guys don't have 500 sheep just chilling in your backyard?
no,
No, I have
Oh,
like
just
a
you
few
then.
horses at the moment. No.
any
Yeah.
sheep.
We got rid of them.
Oh man, that is not very Kiwi of you.
Yeah, I need more sheep.
Yes, you need more sheep.
Yeah,
But
but New Zealand is a good country.
it is because well, I've just been talking to Caleb about this just before we started. I went down for my family went down for a trip to the top of the South Island, the Marlborough Tasman region. And honestly, I'd never really been there before. Like I've been to Nelson, but that's really about as far as I've gone. But going to the it's like the I think it's like the top of the Southern Alps. Yeah, this little alpine town called Saint Arnaud. Staying there for 5 days total, and it's such a beautiful place. And even places that are like Blenheim, which are like like regarded as like sort of a like a sort of a rundown town, I guess. Not many people go there. It's not a touristy place per se. But even the landscapes around there, once you're out of like the actual like town centre, are actually like really nice. Like especially the Marlborough region. It's quite there's a lot of vineyards. It's world famous for its vineyards. And yeah, I thought it was quite enjoyable. Which I think New
Yeah,
Zealand
like
is sorry?
New Zealand is kind of underrated in terms of other countries. Like,
Yeah,
always is seen as the place where it's like it's so far away, doesn't
mm,
really get appreciated.
yeah. Yeah, it's there's a whole subreddit dedicated to maps without New Zealand on it.
Are you serious? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
r/maps without New Zealand. That's a real thing.
Oh, wait, let me search this up.
It's a real thing. There's just maps.
Oh,
There's just pictures of maps from like TV shows and stuff without New Zealand on it. It's
Hmm.
pretty funny. I think the government even made like a joke PSA about it. It was really It was really weird, but yeah, it's true. We'll just leave us out because we're like, I mean, we are an island in the middle of the Pacific.
Yeah, like there's those British thing. Like there was one person from Britain who thought the Sydney Harbour Bridge connected New Zealand and Australia.
No, well, it'd be nice having a bridge connecting New Zealand to Australia. Not.
Then we could invade them easier.
Yeah, true. Probably wouldn't win, but it'd be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not invading anyone and winning.
When you
We have-
said that when there was a topic that you held really close to your heart, I thought I was going to make a comment and say your arteries.
All my veins.
Yeah, but we don't care about the veins as much.
Oh man, that's a little vein.
Open circuit.
Had to do it. But yeah, I think off the top of my head, I can name so many places in New Zealand that I love to visit that most people never even thought about, like international tourists never even think about. Maybe they do. I don't know. I'm not an international tourist, so I don't know. But if
But
there are any
also one
people,
of the things is when the tourists come to New Zealand, they go to Auckland. And it's like, it's Auckland. It's
or
not even that
Queenstown, they
good.
go to Queenstown.
Yeah, if you go to Queenstown, then it's good. But like most of the international flights come into Auckland. You got to get another flight to go to Queenstown. So sometimes with
No, Queenstown is an
international,
international airport.
yeah, but I think they only fly to Australia.
I'm not so sure about that. You'll have
So
to...
New
It
Zealand
didn't
kind
used to
of
be
has
an
two
international.
capitals.
I'm pretty sure it is now. Anyway, yes, Reuben?
New Zealand kind of has two capitals, like we have Auckland and Wellington, but they're both
And
treated like
Christchurch.
capitals.
And Christchurch.
It's because Auckland's like the population centre, yes. I
Yeah,
guess you're
and then we
right.
got Wellington,
Yeah.
the actual capital, and then we got Christchurch, which is basically like the largest city in the South Island.
The
and if you
earthquake
want to
capital.
go, yeah, the earthquake capital as well.
Yeah, no one wants to live in Christchurch. And then there's... Actually, no, it's more Hamilton. No one wants to live in Hamilton.
That's true.
Imagine
Or
living...
Whangarei.
Yeah. Hamilton, for people who don't know, who maybe live overseas and don't know much about New Zealand, Hamilton is basically like what Detroit is to America. That's what it is.
True.
It's a hellhole, basically. Well, it's not probably not as bad as Detroit, but it's pretty nasty. Just if you ever...
Hamilton become human.
Yeah, it's literally Detroit for New Zealand. But yeah, I feel like most tourists just go to Queenstown when they come here.
Oh, that's
Which I mean,
yeah.
like
Even New
Queenstown
Zealanders
isn't
just flock
bad.
to Queenstown.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Logan wants to go to Queenstown as well, so
I'm like, it's nice, but it's not the only place you can go and have a nice
Yeah.
time.
but we have something called movie theaters. I've got one that's literally down the street, or up the street. So
Oh man, I think don't make it the third time consecutive time we're gonna talk about movie theaters in our podcast. We're not going down that road.
all right.
But off the top of my head, I'm gonna name as many New Zealand places in New Zealand that I really like to visit. We have Stewart Island, Rotorua. Nelson is pretty nice actually. Like
The
Tekapo.
Coromandel.
Yeah,
West
the Coromandel, West Coast. West Coast is kind of
West
empty.
Coast of the South Island.
Yeah, it's nice, but
it's got nothing there, but
there's
it's
nothing
actually
there.
really nice.
Yeah.
Like the glaciers and stuff.
Yeah, oh
Have you
yeah,
ever
the
been to
glacier,
Fox
Franz
Glacier?
Josef
That's
Fox Glacier.
amazing.
But it almost doesn't exist anymore.
I think this is the time I should say that I've never left the North Island.
Really?
Yep.
Oh man, you're missing out.
Yeah.
I
Never
mean,
left-
I've only
we were actually planning to go to Australia last year, but guess what?
What?
COVID.
Oh man. Oh wait, what?
The
Oh, I
virus.
think I've heard about that. Yeah. Some sort of virus.
I don't think I've heard of it.
Ah. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
apparently it's like some sort of virus.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call sarcasm.
Yes. Joke? What's that?
The sarcasm is strong in this one.
Yes, indeed. So strong that people just automatically turn off. They just don't care.
Like this
Hmm.
Arthur's Pass as well is really nice.
Where's that? That's in the Southern
It's
Alps, isn't it?
between Christchurch and on the way to Hokitika. In there's like Arthur's Pass,
Oh, is it
and
that
it's
far
just
north?
like it's in the middle of the mountains. Like you just go
Oh,
in there, and there's like giant waterfalls and stuff,
I thought it
and
was like near
stuff
like
like that.
Tiana or something.
No, it's not that
No,
far
it's
down.
not that far south. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of other places. There's definitely more. They're just not coming to me.
Mount Cook.
Mount Cook, yep. Or Aotearoa, as Jacinda would have us call it.
Yeah.
Oh, did you know that, speaking of Jacinda, there was a conspiracy saying that she wasn't actually a New Zealander, that she was like
A horse.
no. We
I
know that's
mean,
true anyway.
you're not wrong.
But no, I think the conspiracy said that her father was Pakistani. I don't know I don't think
Hmm.
it's true, but
I mean, she seems to really like wearing burqas.
wait, does New Zealand have the same law as America, where you can't be prime minister or president if you're not Kiwi, not born in New
I
Zealand?
don't know.
Because
Probably.
you can't be American president without being born in
No,
America.
American
Australia
born.
does because New Zealand had that thing where if their father like had a New Zealand citizenship, like the child gets a New Zealand citizenship, and all like the Australian like MPs and stuff were getting done because they had New Zealand citizenships.
Hmm.
Right,
Yeah.
I've got to go
Yeah.
open a curtain without stepping too far away from my
Yeah,
computer.
but I'm going to be honest. I think New Zealand. I think one of the reasons I'm proud to be a Kiwi is that we have. I think we have a really good culture here. Like people talk about like the tall poppy syndrome infecting New Zealand culture. I think that's ridiculous. Like, do you think tall poppy syndrome is actually a big thing in New Zealand?
I mean, don't actually notice it.
No, I don't think
But
so.
what does tall poppy syndrome actually
Basically saying
mean?
that no one can be better than anyone else. Everyone has to be kind of roughly on the same level. But I've never noticed that. I think we just,
I have
if
a
someone
feeling.
achieves something, it's celebrated.
I feel like
Yeah,
tall
it's
Especially,
poppy
not like we
syndrome.
have.
I feel like tall poppy syndrome is a really derogatory term. I think a better thing to call it would be being humble, because that's what it is.
yes.
We're a
So,
lot different to other places of the world because, like, in history, the class system was really big between, like, Britain and America's got, like, if you look at our richest person compared to, like, Bill Gates in the US or something like that, there's a big difference.
Yeah, I think that's because, or what I think at least is that in our culture we encourage a really good work-life balance. I think that's
Yeah.
what I think. I don't think we tend to be a lot less materialistic here in New Zealand. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's the word I'm going with.
I think
Materialistic.
there is only one point not only one point, there's one point in specific where New Zealand seems to really ignore the supposed tall poppy syndrome, and that's when we send a weightlifter to the Olympics. We must celebrate them as much as we can, even though
Yes.
they're basically taking drugs.
Yes.
Mm.
I have a feeling we shouldn't dive too deep into this. We may get cancelled.
Yes.
But yes, that's BS. I think.
Yeah.
Indeed.
They might as well just give out medals preemptively now. Don't you think? They might as well, because it's going to get cancelled anyway, because of the COVID in the village. Have you heard about that?
You cut out just as you were saying that. Sorry, you've got to say that
Oh,
again.
I will say that
Yeah.
again. Yeah. What did you hear me say?
You were saying, did you hear about or something like that, and then you cut out. So that was.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just said that I was talking about how they should just give out medals preemptively.
Oh, the Babylon Bee article.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess I'm referencing that. But yeah, I think it's kind of true because, like, we know who's good. We all know who's going to win that weightlifting competition.
Mm,
No one's hiding that.
yeah. Everyone
It's like,
knows.
they might
Like,
as well, if because the games are going to get cancelled anyway because of the COVID in the
COVID.
Olympic Village. Did you hear about
Yeah,
that?
give
Oh, that's not so great.
Yeah.
The new Delta variant.
Oh,
Like,
kill me,
what
man.
they need to
like
do
we've
is
just
they
gone
need
through
to make
nearly
it.
a year and a half of this,
Mm.
and a lot of people getting both vaccinations. They're getting fully double vaccinated,
Mhm.
fully vaccinated, and then suddenly, oh, there's a new variant. Everyone has to go back inside again.
Yes,
Which
did you hear? I read it. I heard about this about in Los Angeles County over in America. That it's which is a county with I think it's over 10 million people. I think in the Los Angeles area, obviously.
oh yeah,
They're going raving mad about how they have a certain like it was a large number of cases. It was up during I think it was the same numbers as they had March last year. I think it said. But there was
it's not
cases. They
great.
weren't actually talking about deaths. Guess how many deaths they had?
Oh no, how many?
6.
6 deaths.
Yes, 6.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing about. I'm not just.
Yes,
Let the jury
yes.
know I'm not laughing about the
6
fact that people
deaths.
have died. I'm
6
laughing
deaths.
about the
You
overreaction.
get the 6 deaths in a week
It's like
Yes.
if someone
in a
has
county with
COVID.
10 million people.
Yeah.
Well, the question is, if someone gets COVID and then gets like run over by a motorcycle or something,
Oh
is it a
yes,
COVID
that.
death?
Yeah,
It's
they do
counted
that
as a
in
COVID
they do
death.
it. I think they did it. I think in Florida
It's like in the
or
game
somewhere.
Plague Inc. If your disease doesn't actually have anything that kills people, yet there's there's a tsunami somewhere. It will count. It will count the people who died in the tsunami as deaths, even though they didn't die from the disease. They died from the tsunami.
Yes.
That's literally society.
Oh, well, I had a good thing I was going to say. Oh
We're
yeah,
kind of
never
getting a
mind.
bit off topic here.
Yeah, let's go back to
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Yes, nice place, isn't it?
I'm gonna open a packet of
The
chips.
North Island does look like a guitar.
It does actually a wee bit. Well, no, it's the fish.
The
What do they
fish.
call it in the
Oh, the
Yeah,
Te
Maui.
Maui? Yeah,
The
that's it.
fish of Maui or
Oh
something.
no, I thought you
Yeah.
were referring to the picture of New Zealand as chocolate fish. Now
No,
it makes me just seem insensitive.
you spaz. But no,
If you think about that legend, the whole North Island was fished out using Maui's grandmother's jawbone as a hook.
No, I
yeah.
think it was the South Island that was fished out.
No,
I'm pretty
no. The North Island was the fish. Te Ika a Maui. Ika is fish, and the South Island was Te Waka a Maui.
Oh, that makes
That's
sense.
the boat.
Isn't it
And
something
then for the fish,
Ponamu?
they just started whacking the fish, and it became land.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they
that's
like
part
dug
of
Was
it.
that it?
It's fine. They
It
took
was
their
flat.
oars and they cut pieces out of it to make it into land.
They
Yeah.
cut pieces out of it, and it made the land all hilly and became into land. He's like, no, we don't have flat land anymore.
Wait, what about Stewart Island? What's that?
Oh no.
The outboard motor.
Yeah.
Te outboard motor a Maui.
Insensitivity 100.
Yes. I don't know the Māori word for outboard motor. If
I think the South Island's like Tiwaka
Te
something
Waka. Yeah,
Ponamu.
Waka is the boat.
Yeah, I think it's something Ponamu as well, with like the greenstone and the jade that's found on the beaches and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not so sure it has anything to do with that, but yeah. Have you ever been to Stewart Island, you guys? Just quickly to round this topic off. Have
I
you ever
have
been to
not.
Stewart Island? It's one of my favorite places to go.
Oh, no,
Honestly.
it's
I've never left
TY
the North
Pon.
Island.
Sorry?
I've never left the North Island, so
Oh yeah,
I've gone.
true.
Oh, no. I've been to Rangitoto, and that's about it.
That's you. Does
It's
that
called
count?
TY Ponamu.
What is that? Kayla, what's the what did you say?
Panama, Tiwahi Panama, is Maori for the place of greenstone.
Oh, right. It's the
But
South
is that
Island
the
where
whole
greenstone
island?
comes from. Hmm.
Like if you go on the beaches and stuff on the west coast, and in the soil and stuff.
Huh. Interesting. But
Hey.
yes. Alright, so we better finish that topic off. So who wants to lead the next discussion?
I shall go next. My
Oh,
topic
yes.
is America,
America.
or also known as the US of A.
Okay. So we've gone from New Zealand, Aotearoa, the land of the long white cloud, and two smaller clouds.
I feel like this video is going to be quite like geopolitical.
Yeah, we're
'Cause I
about to
have
get
a similar
political.
topic. I have a similar topic, so it's going to be 40 minutes of this.
Not to get political or anything, but
Alright, it's
so
America. Have any of you heard of it? You might not have heard of it. It's very unknown in the scale of the world. It's like less known than New Zealand.
America. Yeah, I think I have heard of that place. Isn't that the
Yeah,
place
well,
with Orange Man?
yeah, it's this big place, and there was this orange man who they like switched out for like this really old man who can't remember stuff.
Oh yeah.
The American presidents have
Yeah.
gone from chocolate milk to orange juice to regular milk. The past 3 presidents.
Yes.
The aged milk, skim milk.
Aged,
Actually,
like.
going on with the joke that you guys keep using of, oh, I didn't hear about that. There's actually an island in the middle of the world called Null Island. That's the most populated place on the world. It's a real place, according to computers. Because when someone sets their when someone says they don't want their location to be on whatever photos they take, it sets it to null as XY. But some apps can't read null, they just read it as 00, which is right in the middle of the map, just off the coast of South Africa.
Huh.
Fun
I did
fact.
not know about that.
Also, people
So
teleport
it's
in and
like
out
the
of it.
middle of a Minecraft world.
Is that a Minecraft reference? Let's go.
Yeah,
So America.
America. Yeah, it's this big grey thing, and it's like it's split into two parts. There's like a smaller part that's really cold, and then in between's like the half British, half French place, which isn't part of America. But like, they don't know that. Yeah. And it's like, and in the south, it's like this kind of desert area. People get robbed.
Yeah. You're talking about New Mexico.
Just Mexico.
Ah. Oh, not New Mexico. You're talking about Mexico. Old Mexico.
Old Mexico. Yeah.
Huh.
They should have a war to see which is better.
Yeah. I think I know who
Just
wins
have
that.
another Josh War for it.
Oh my god. That
Whichever
joke's like
one
3 months
wins
old.
gets to keep them named Mexico.
Yeah. No. Who wants the name Mexico?
And rather than actually fighting over it, they've got to complete some like video game so no one dies. Spell break 1v1.
Oh my gosh. I don't think they should fight over the name Mexico. I think it's safe to say there's a little bit of stigma over the name Mexico.
Oh, actually, quickly on the topic of Spellbreak, they released season 3. We still have 6 elements. Alright, that's my rant over.
Thank you for coming to my TED talk.
In Mexico, there's also this place called North Carolina, which is rumored to be like the worst place in the
I've
world.
heard about that. North Carolina. Yeah, isn't it that place with like the what's it? Oh, that's
And
the
why
place
would
with.
why would they call the state capital Charlotte? Even though it's not the state capital, it's just the largest city.
Yeah, the state capital is. Oh, what was it called? It was like it's spelt like Raleigh, but it's pronounced Rawley. Rawley. Like freaking homo ass spelling and pronunciation.
Can't even spell it. And they have a city called Greenville.
Greenville. Yo, you must live there.
And it's north of Winterville.
Winterville.
And they have a
That's-
whole medical district.
that's
and like
literally-
the highway just like ends.
That's literally you and Reuben. Greenville and Winterville. Because of your profile pictures? Wink wink.
Hello.
I cannot hear him. But
I'm just
he's
saying
recording.
Greenville and you and Reuben are Greenville and Winterville. Because of your profile pictures.
Or like
Yes.
this.
And also
100%
Asheville.
on the males channel.
Yes, that is correct. Trust issues. Iceland is green and Greenland is ice.
Very true.
Yeah, the United States also has somewhere called Alaska, which is like, it's a weird shape. It's like Alaska.
What is the weirdest shaped state in the US?
Wait, let me
Probably
see if
Idaho.
one state is a
Idaho.
square.
Oh yeah, have you seen that picture? I think were you the one who showed it to me?
Colorado.
Colorado's just a square, you spaz. What are you
Like
talking about?
all states
Try and
are
rec-
uniquely shaped except for like 2 states which are both squares.
It's Colorado and I think Wyoming.
Colorado.
Wyoming's also a square, and then
Yeah.
Utah's like a square with the corner cut out.
Yeah.
West Virginia is also pretty
That's
relatively
that's
shaped.
pretty bulbous. It's bulbous, is what I would say. It's like it just looks like a massive nose. From like a but like a not very healthy nose.
Now this is a map here that I'm going to post that would have been very vital to figure out where states are, because that's a really weirdly designed state map. I'm sorry, West is on the west side, but the Midwest is down the entire center. What?
That makes sense. Not South, yeah. The South states are like the southern eastern states. And the Northeast, yeah. And apparently these Americans play something called football, which is not the same as soccer.
Oh gosh,
Can you believe
don't even
that?
start that debate, please. Personally, I don't care what they call football or soccer.
No, not what they call it, as in like football to us is the same as soccer. But then it's something different. It's
For them, isn't football they play with their hands?
yeah, and the ball looks like
What?
an egg.
That's
Shouldn't
basically
they
Oh, yeah,
like
American
hand
football.
egg?
It's
Shouldn't
basically
they call it
tackle
like
rugby.
hand egg? Like, doesn't that make more sense? It's
Yes.
basically an egg.
Yes,
like-
because they play with their hands and the ball's shaped like an egg. Yes. Oh yeah, coming
Dude.
back to the weirdest
Knows anything
shaped
about rugby.
state. Apparently, I've gone on to what is this? What is this website? It's some website, but it's like a question and answer website. But the person who posted the question says their pick is Maryland, which I mean, like I understand. West
Even
Virginia,
is Maryland.
Michigan, Idaho.
It's between like West Virginia, Idaho. Michigan's got like 2 parts. Illinois is pretty weird.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Someone sold a cornflake in the shape of Illinois for like $1,200. It was on eBay.
It
I
is
think.
very interesting.
Okay, now if you ever have a liberal friend that says that Trump couldn't have won the 2016 election, send them this. Send them this picture. It's like, excuse me.
What's
Yes,
this?
it is a lot of votes.
This
It
is
is like all of the Midwest. It's just all of the middle apart from Illinois and Michigan.
Yeah, in Colorado and New Mexico.
A pretty interesting shape, but that's because of the ocean. Florida's just a big swamp. I've been there, and it's just like you drive from Orlando to like Cape Canaveral, and it's just swamp.
Yeah, it's like really populated on like the coast, but there's like no one in like the middle of the state. Because it's the Everglades, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's basically Orlando and Tampa. Then there's the South Miami and West Palm Beach on that one. The Everglades is like is east of Miami, but then there's the top like Jacksonville, Daytona Beach. But then pretty much everywhere else, if you look between like Orlando, Tampa, and Miami, it's just all green, and it's pretty much all swamps apart from the bit where there's actually land. Just zoom in, there's like so many lakes everywhere.
In Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a swamp.
Yeah.
We could just call this section of the video "Maps of America."
Yeah. I like maps, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weirdest shaped state I think people seem to agree is Maryland and or West Virginia. Which I understand.
There is Maryland, I can't see it. There's Delaware.
Delaware's
Wait, Maryland,
shaped. Delaware's just like a square, isn't it?
Delaware's, yeah, I guess. But where is Maryland? Is it?
It's just Maryland is it's on the east coast. It's just north of Virginia.
I know that. North of Virginia. So, yeah, that is kind of weird. It's not too bad though, honestly.
The person on this
It's just-
article says
It's got the weird shape because it like goes around Washington.
yeah, it says person on here who writes this question says maybe it's because to me it looks like the states surrounding Maryland, West Virginia, Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Delaware were drawn first, and the leftover land was just made a state. Which
So I found this map on Google where it says the 38 states of America. Geography professor creates a bold, modern map of America, and it's a redo of the American map with new state names
what?
and state lines.
Okay, this will be interesting. Where are you posting it?
Mails.
All right. Oh, far out.
And the names.
Wait, so
Elmo.
the blacks.
The black lines are the new lines.
What? This is weird. I don't.
You can see if you can see where it would be.
It's kind of weird to look at.
Mohawk is basically like northern New York.
Yeah, that's upstate New York. Appalachia.
Yeah.
I don't think Appalachia should be its own state.
What is this? Why would you rename Florida that?
Why would
I
you
don't
even
even know
bother
how to
renaming
pronounce
Hawaii? Hawaii hasn't changed.
Kilauea is. It's just. Why is Kilauea?
Are you just
It's
renaming
just
it
a mountain
after
in
a
Hawaii.
volcano?
You could just keep it as Hawaii because the state line doesn't change.
And why do they split Alaska in two? What's the point? There's like 5 people.
Because there's the bit that's actually populated, and then there's just the bit that's not.
Yeah, I don't
and
understand.
Apparently, like, they're looking at making Costa Rica a state, and Puerto Rico is also part of America.
Yeah, they're trying to make Puerto Rico a state, apparently.
Here's another one. Here's another redesign. Western governors redid it based on the title that I read. And it's interesting to say there's only 11 states, maybe 13 states.
Ooh.
There's 12, isn't there?
1, 2,
North
3, 4.
Atlantic Appalachian.
What?
That doesn't need to be its own state.
Yes, 13.
I don't agree that whole area in the top right, they link like Maine and all of that together and called it the North Atlantic Appalachian, but I don't think that should be its own state.
It doesn't even have all of the North Appalachian, yeah, it does. But the Appalachians go down to like near Florida, don't they? Or into Georgia.
Yeah, and also the thing with that is I do agree that there should be less states in that area because there's so many tiny states and stuff. But then again, there also should not be that big. There should still be a few different states.
Yeah, I don't understand why people want to change it. Like, for some states, I understand why people want to change them because some states are just badly.
They could just like
placed.
move 2 states and just substitute Puerto Rico and Costa Rica, and then they don't have to change the flag. Remove 2 of like the tiny ones on the East Coast.
Yeah, remove like Delaware and Rhode Island.
I have found the most interesting map This is why American housing is so much better than New Zealand. So New Zealand is okay, but their housing prices are terrible. American housing prices are so much better.
So
Maybe
I've
that's
heard.
why New Zealanders
So
are
this
like
room
so
here.
humble, because technically everyone's rich if they live in Auckland.
Yes. The medium home value, what the house that you could, how big of a house you could buy with $200,400. In I don't know what IN is in. I don't know.
IN. That's Indiana,
Yeah,
I think.
Indiana. So Indiana is the best with 2,330 square feet.
Mhm.
Texas is actually is around halfway with
Yeah,
1,300.
Texas. No, it's quite at the
123.
top. TX. That's it.
I
What's
know,
at the bottom? DC.
DC, which I don't.
Tennessee's not
It's kind
bad.
of not a state, but okay.
It's
The
kind of
lowest
like
is
a neutral state. It's the only state that has to follow all
it's a
federal
federal
laws.
district,
Yeah,
I think is
it's
what it's
like
called.
Yeah,
the vanilla
Arkansas's
version of
nice.
federal law.
Hmm.
Wait,
Yeah, so
what's
technically the lowest
WV?
state is Hawaii,
What's WV?
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Oh man.
It's Wyoming.
Yeah, so you have Indiana, Arkansas,
So yeah,
MS.
that's
Look,
What's
there's
MS? Is it Missouri?
Yes.
there's
Mississippi.
WA,
MO is
Western
Missouri.
Australia.
So MS is Mississippi, West Virginia, Ohio. What's
Hawaii is
AL?
really
AL,
expensive.
Alabama, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Georgia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Michigan, Louisiana, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, New Mexico, Texas, North
Alright.
Carolina.
Florida's
NE.
not that
What's
bad.
NE?
I don't know.
Nevada.
No, I think that's
Nevada.
Nevada is NV. Oh, Nebraska, Iowa,
Nebraska.
Wisconsin, Idaho, Illinois, South Dakota, DE, Delaware, Nevada.
Wyoming's quite up there.
Where's Wyoming?
WY.
Oh yes,
After
yeah, Arizona, Vermont, Virginia, Wyoming, New Hampshire. ME. What's ME?
me. Okay.
What is ME? What on earth? What did you just send? What? I don't get it.
Because Western states are really square, and then Eastern states
Oh
tend
yeah,
to
that's true.
that square.
Yep, that is a fact check.
Eastern
True.
states tend to be all over the place, but Western states tend to be relatively uniform.
Square. Yes, that is quite true.
And then you have Texas, which is halfway in between the two of them.
Yes. Well, Texas is a weird shape.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think you can tell like how recognizable they are is how oddly shaped they are. Like if you look at states and you kind of know the general thing. If you look at Idaho, you're gonna know it's Idaho.
Yes. It's like
You
if
just
you
get
look
a
at,
square.
it's like, oh,
If you just get a square, it's like is that
that's South
Colorado or
Dakota.
Wyoming?
No, it's
Yeah.
yeah. I think I don't think they're perfect squares. I think Wyoming's a bit slimmer than Colorado.
Yeah, Wyoming looks like it curves a bit into Utah.
No, I don't think it does. It curves. No, there's no curves. It's a rectangle.
It's just Google
It's
Maps and makes it
quadrilateral.
look like it curves.
Hmm.
Because of the curvature of the world, so technically all straights are curved. Because of how the world curves.
That is true. That is true. Yes. So I think we better wrap up this topic soon. So maps. Yeah. Maps are really nice. I do like them.
Is there a country that's a perfect square? No, probably not.
No, I think the squarest country in the world is Egypt. That's from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wait, no, it's this Equatorial Guinea. I
No, but
reckon is
that's
probably.
no, Equatorial Guinea. Well, the mainland is square, but there's an island. The capital's on an island, so it can't be a square.
Yeah. Reuben is the capital. It's just not there. Can't see
Capital's
it.
on it's on an island. I can't
Is
remember
it
what it's called.
Malabo?
Malabo, yeah, that's it.
Malabo? Yeah. It's like not even. It's a fair distance.
Yeah, I like geography. How could you tell? All right.
I
Kind of-
reckon Vermont should become its own country.
Why?
Why not?
Or we just like bomb DC and say that every state is its own country now.
I mean,
It would
that'll
be
be
quite an interesting battle royale.
Yeah. Battle
Interstate
royale. Oh my
wars.
god. A battle royale, man.
I swear Texas would just like instantly wipe out Oklahoma and New Mexico.
Yeah, they probably would.
I mean,
And Louisiana.
all
But the
Texans are
southern states would probably join together: Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas.
yeah, but don't all
Tennessee.
Texans like get an RPG for their 16th birthday?
Probably.
Seems like
'Cause-
Texas.
Yeah. Texas, am I right?
Also,
Alright.
to the audience, I wasn't actually planning on bombing DC. I was using it as a hypothetical.
Yes, that's what we call a joke. That's what we call irony. What's
Indeed.
that? I don't know. Alright. Let's wrap that topic up. Maps
Onto
are very
go on
cool
to
and I
Reuben.
like them very much. Alright. Reuben, what is your
Alright, on
topic?
to my topic. Going off of America, we're going to be talking about voting and voting integrity.
Ooh, political.
So, those of you who don't know, recently Texas was going to do a yeah.
But what if the voting integrity is terrible?
Good.
Then won't
No, it
it
was
just
just
like
the
appear?
shush. It was just the governors, so it was it's a bit easier to do.
The governors.
So-
There's only one
so I-
governor per state, Reuben.
And it's
No,
like
maybe
you
not
run a
governors. I don't
referendum
know.
to
The
see how
senators?
corrupt your voting
Senators,
system.
maybe
Representatives? I don't know.
Okay.
know,
Wait, are you
Star
talking
Wars.
about are you talking about the politicians who like flew to DC to stop?
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay, continue.
So I'm pretty sure the vote was about requiring an ID to vote, which
Yeah, it
is
was
a
a
good
voter
idea.
ID bill. If
Which
we're on
is
the
a good
same
idea, by the
page.
way. And then all the Texan Democrats are like, if we leave, then they can't vote, which is a stupid thing to do, because then the Republicans will be like, well, if you did it, well, we can just do it as well. But the Republicans aren't that stupid; they're not going to do that.
They're just delaying the inevitable because they're going to have to
Yeah.
come back. And
Yeah.
by the way, it is legal
And
for
then-
the governor of Texas to arrest them when they come back.
It is legal.
Yeah, he can do that.
Why? Why? How can you do that? Is it like a?
I think it's because they're. I don't know how it works. This is just what I don't know if that's true, but that's just what I've heard. It is legal for the governor of Texas to arrest them because they are denying or delaying.
Federal process.
Yeah, federal process.
So, and then they go to DC, Kamala Harris, and the rest of the Democrats, as always, fail to criticize their own party and praise them. And then 6 of those Democrats got COVID.
Oh, did they? I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Huh.
You did hear that clapping, by the way, and Discord didn't just get rid of it.
Oh, okay.
We had one.
Okay.
Wow, the
I did a
question
slow
is,
clap.
if they all get COVID, then what happens?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like, if you get COVID, do you like vote over like an email?
Over mail.
Get mail-in ballots.
Yeah,
It's like they're just all sitting in like the room wherever they sit, and they're just sitting waiting there for the mailman to like arrive with the mail.
Yes. And then
Just sitting there for like 3 days. When's it gonna arrive? We need to finish this vote.
Because election integrity has been a big topic over like 2016, over the 2016 election and the 2020 election.
Yes, it
Even in
has.
New Zealand, there's been some debates over election integrity.
Yes.
So-
Yes.
In the 2016 election, there was this whole Trump couldn't have won. There was no way he could have won. It was Russian hackers, and then it was completely disproven through a mountain of evidence.
Yep.
And then we got to the 2020 election. We had mountains of evidence that it didn't happen, oh wait, that's a lie. No, we had mountains of evidence that it did happen, that there was election fraud. And I think it's in Georgia at the moment where they're doing another recount.
Oh, are they
And
actually? I didn't
they're
know about
doing,
that.
I think it was like a fourth or a fifth recount.
Hmm.
And they're saying that what if it was found out that Trump had actually won on the recount?
I personally,
They know what's going to happen. They'd probably
I
have to
don't
call a
think
by-election.
personally, even if he does win Georgia, he's still not going to get enough
Yeah.
electoral votes to win.
But
I don't think
if
he'll
he
win.
does, if they realize, oh, he actually won the state, then
Mm.
they might start recounting other states, and then it cascades.
Yes, but I don't. I mean, it'd be nice for him to win Georgia, but he also has to win. I think 2 other states. I think it's Pennsylvania and one of Wisconsin, Michigan, or some other state.
I'm not saying that it guarantees that the election is turned over, but
Yeah.
if the election is turned over, then you'd get chaos. You would have
Yes.
CNN ratings would finally go up again.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
Oh, that's another topic. Is that CNN? They secretly want Trump to get back in because their ratings are dependent on him.
That's true. That's why they never stop talking about him.
Yep,
They can't let go. He
indeed.
hasn't been in office for, what is it now? It's July. He hasn't been
Oh,
in office since January. So that's half a
7
year, almost, or over half a year. He hasn't been in office, and they're still talking about him. He's a private
Yes.
citizen now. Surely this is illegal to some extent.
Mm. They won't stop.
Yeah, there's no
So,
way. But yeah, coming back to this, the Texas Democrats flying to DC to deny a federal process. What I found really funny about this when it was breaking was that they were like declaring themselves heroes for doing what they were doing when they hopped on a private jet and flew to DC. I'm probably
whereas if
gonna.
any Republican senator had done that, I think senator.
I
If
think
they
that
any of them,
it was the representatives,
maybe
Texas
I don't know.
representatives. I think politicians.
If any
I don't know.
Republicans, if any Republicans had done that, they would have been scolded for doing it.
Yes.
They would
Yes.
have been, oh, they're not doing their job.
Yep.
They're just.
And I guarantee you, leaders in the House and in the Senate would be calling them out. Mitch McConnell would be calling them out. Kevin McCarthy in the House would be calling them out. We haven't heard
Mm,
anything from the Democrat leaders
mm,
condemning this action, which is illegal, by the way, in the state of Texas.
leaving.
Delaying. Like there's a word for it. I can't remember what it is. It starts with A, I think.
Playing a vote.
Yeah, delaying a federal process essentially.
Yeah.
They can be arrested for it.
Ha 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 ha. Who's in charge now? Dems.
Yes.
Well, at this rate, not them.
No. I feel like. Do you guys think that Republicans will take back their House in 2022?
It's a possibility. Oh, what's
No,
that?
Caleb's gone. Bye, Caleb.
He said he would be back in 2, so it's not gonna be. It's probably
Oh
not
yeah,
gonna be
that's
too long.
right.
I think. Oh, well,
Oh, he's back.
speak of.
Speak of
I
the
think.
devil.
Yeah. I think there's a possibility that they could
Yeah.
take it back, but I don't think it's a guarantee.
Yeah, I think it's quite likely actually, because
I
the
yes.
the Democrats what they've been doing is obvious. It's not very popular.
No,
So
definitely not.
it's there's a point where people in the center are just gonna go, no, we don't like this, and
Yeah.
they're gonna stop being
And leave.
apathetic
Yes.
because they've got another year and a half.
They better do it right.
Yeah, look what they've done now. If Democrats want to keep the House and the Senate, do they have the House? I think they have the House and the Senate. They
They
must
have
do.
both.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
do.
Didn't
It's a
the
very slim majority
Republicans
in
had the
both.
Senate this time?
Sorry?
I thought the Republicans had the Senate this time.
No, it's I think it's a 50-50 split, or very close. Because because the Democrats got two senators from Georgia, which means they had the majority.
Mm.
Is Georgia the only state that matters?
It's not the only state, but
I mean, at the way they...
Georgia is the only state in America.
Oh
is
yeah,
it actually?
yeah, it is.
Yo.
State. At the way that they're going now, I think that it's very quickly going. That it's quite likely that they're gonna, Republicans are gonna retake the House.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not a complete guarantee, but it's still quite likely.
Yeah, I think it's likely.
It's also quite likely, and a lot of Republicans believe that this is going to happen, that Trump will run for re-election, and he will get it. He will get it successfully.
Yeah,
They could just put like Candace Owens or something.
I watched. Do you know who Don't Walk Run Productions is?
I have they've been in my recommended, but I've never actually watched them.
I would recommend him. He's quite good.
Mhm.
But one of the things he said is, one of the videos he made was a video on Republican candidates for 2024,
Mhm.
and he had a what was the section called? Like a fantasy section, which would probably never happen, but it would be interesting to think about.
Mhm.
Candace Owens was one of the ones that he mentioned.
Yeah.
He said that although she would be good for Black Americans, she's too confrontational.
I think you're kind of right. She's quite reactionary.
Mm. She's a better debater, and he said that Tucker Carlson, Ben Shapiro, and all of them, they probably wouldn't bother running because
Her name is also Candace, which could be problematic. But let's not talk about that.
Yes.
Surely Tucker Carlson, though.
Yeah, I like.
Who's Candace?
From Phineas and Ferb.
Oh yeah.
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 True.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, but I think because a lot of people are speculating that Donald Trump might actually run as for the House, the Speaker of the House
In 2021,
in 2022.
2020
I
something.
think it's 2022 when they hold those elections for the Speaker of the House. So yeah, we have Speaker Trump, Speaker of the House. What I think, because I don't think it's honestly as much as I would like to see him retake the presidency. I think it's because I mean, how old is he now? He's 75.
He's old. This
Yes.
last election, if Biden won, he'd be the oldest president, and if Trump won, he'd be the oldest president.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think he'd be about 70. He'd be close to 80 in 2024. So
One thing
I don't know.
The problem is Biden's going to be the president for the rest of his life.
Yes.
So and Trump will have to go against Kamala.
Yeah.
If
it's that, then he'll win.
We do want Biden to survive because we don't want Kamala as president. But
No.
if Biden does
Cark it.
I was gonna say what's a nice way to put it, and you're just like, nah, you're just gonna
trip over the bucket under the desk in the Oval Office.
You know what my father said before he kicked the bucket?
What?
I'm gonna kick this bucket.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yes, but we definitely do not want.
Well, I mean, if Biden does bite the dust,
that's a good way of saying it.
He's more likely to lose
then
the bucket,
Republicans are
honestly.
almost guaranteed to win because no one's gonna want to live with Kamala as vice.
Yeah.
Oh no, as president. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, because
yeah,
her approval ratings are really low. Like they're in the 40s, I think.
And it's
among
like
Democrats.
Biden changed his last name to Harris. It's like, why?
Also, the amount of times that Biden has called the administration the Harris Biden administration is so hilarious.
Yeah, it's a bit sus.
It's hilarious but worrying at the same time.
Worst job in the world, Joe Biden's food taster.
Why?
All liquid.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
do you get it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of.
Mm. I feel like we probably should stray away a little bit from this. I think we're saying things that might not be very popular.
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome to the internet, Sam.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I've just discovered the internet exists. Oh my goodness. Man.
So this is Sam, everyone. He just learned that the internet is a thing that exists. He's 16 years old and likes taking long walks along the beach. I don't know where I'm going with this.
I'm a Leo, by the way.
Also,
I
did
thought
you
your
know that
name was Sam.
I'm gonna go off on a bit of a rant here. There was someone who came up with neopronouns for combining he, him, she, her, and they, them.
how
But
do you how do you say it?
the he, she, and they one altogether was the with two e's. But
The,
that's already
him.
yes, that's already a word though.
The but
The
that doesn't the
It-
means your. So it
well,
is so if you have a watch, that is the watch. It is your watch, for example. That's
yes,
not you don't,
The is just like the, but longer.
yes.
Isn't it just an expression of saying like
It can
the?
be, but it's also as Sam says, it also means your.
Yeah.
But like as I think it was either both Michael Knowles and Matt Walsh pointed out, I think it was both of them.
Mhm.
You don't need to use both at both sets of pronouns at the same time,
That's
do you?
true.
No one is both at the same time. That's just
Yes.
Just
also
say thy.
another thing,
Yes, I identify as British and my pronouns are thee, thy, and thou.
or the fact that some people don't identify with the they pronouns, which are supposed to be the supposed universal pronouns.
Yes. What are you
But
supposed to
now they
identify as then? You're just nothing.
nothing. You
You're just
just
grey
don't
mush.
exist.
Identify as old. You identify as thee, thy, and thou.
Mhm.
The-
You identify as a British person. Yeah, I just feel like the the whole thing with pronoun, like it's so what's the word I'm looking for? Self-centered, I guess. Do you think?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
I
very
This was also. This was very political. This episode.
yes.
Indeed. Well, anyone who doesn't know us, you're now going to learn our political opinions.
Yes. So congrats, you are now
We are,
enlightened.
we are based.
Yes. Based.
Yes, we are unwoke, as others would put it.
Yes.
Hello, why am I not? That's not good.
Yes, we are very racist and sexist. That's us.
Yes, because we are male.
Yes.
Indeed.
And white. Oh yeah,
That is
apparently
correct.
jogging is racist now.
Jogging.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is it because of Usain Bolt?
I don't know.
Also, just the fact that he's called Usain Bolt is so. I've always thought it's hilarious that his last name is Bolt and he's the fastest man alive.
Yeah.
And is it
That's
also because of that scene where, like, there's Falcon running and then, like, Captain America comes along? Is that racist?
maybe yes, that's yes, it is.
Oh,
It's
I'm gonna
it's a metaphor for how the white man dominates minorities.
I need to quickly go on a rant about how terrible the Marvel shows have been.
Please do.
And
To
Caleb,
round this episode out, let's
let's
listen
talk
to
about Marvel
classic
shows.
Reuben rant. Go.
So, with WandaVision it started off really nice. It was really funny and quite good. But then they kind of ended it anticlimactic. It left no lasting impact on the franchise, and she just walks away without any punishment. It was
Like the
so
last reveals The last reveals were terrible. It's like she's the Scarlet Witch. It's like,
Yes,
but we
but we
called her
already.
that anyway before.
And then Falcon the Winter Soldier was just generally bad. Loki, I think, has been the best one thus far. I've seen a lot of people say, a lot of like, by a lot, I mean pretty much just the critical drinker, saying that it was slow and it's not adding anything, and Marvel's continuing with the females can do nothing wrong spiel.
Trope.
I liked Loki. Loki was good. Although, like, the last bit, it was kind of confusing. It just shows the statue of the guy.
What about Black
And it's
Widow?
like,
What
what?
do you think about Black Widow?
I think Black Widow wasn't as bad as people say. It wasn't the best by far, at least, but it wasn't Captain Marvel levels of bad.
Yeah, it was like, it
I
was
think I'm
that
not.
thing.
Honestly, I feel like I'm the only person on Earth who actually kind of likes Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it's okay.
We take Sam from the
It's
server.
not bad.
It's okay. I kind of enjoy it.
Yeah. But,
Like it's
with
definitely not my
Black Widow,
favorite, but I can enjoy it.
She has no character development though.
Yeah,
At
but
the
it's a
beginning of
fun
the film.
movie. It's a fun movie.
At the beginning of the film, he says, "If you can't beat me without your power, then then you shouldn't have it." And by the end of the film, she has this perfect moment to learn how to not use her power. What does she do?
she
She uses it.
uses her power.
I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good for a quick laugh. Then you realize that Brie Larson is still Brie Larson, a plank of a character who doesn't know how to act.
She's not. No, I disagree. Well, I mean, she's kind of underacting, which is. I mean,
With
underacting works f- for some parts of the movie, but others it's kind of bad. I would concede. Underacting is like a. It can work really well, and it can also be really bad. An example of that is like in Black Panther, Killmonger, like is an example of underacting. It's the same thing with Captain Marvel.
I think back to Black Widow, just for the end. I think what they did was the movie it was a good movie. It had like funny bits and stuff, but it was definitely not them saying there would be a good movie for this storyline. It's more that we need a movie to get someone to replace Black Widow because the game currently is replacing heroes after Endgame, and it's like so they just make a movie about how she's gonna get replaced.
That is true. All right. Do we want to wrap this up, or has anyone got anything else to say?
No, I'm all good.
All right, Reuben, you good to sign out? I think he's good to sign out.
Yes, I am good to
Nice.
sign out. I was just on a call.
Oh,
And
okay.
it just finished. So yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm good.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you everyone
Thank
who's
you
listening
for
to
watching.
this, for listening / watching till the end. Good day to all, and we'll see you sometime in the near future. Bye bye.